On today's video, we're making beer bread.
This is the Old Guy Network.
Yep.
Hey, welcome back to the Old Guy Network. No, I'm not in the shed. I'm not in my palatial estate. I'm here at Mad Cat and Company in beautiful downtown Brewer in Maine. If you're local, you should stop by, but not now because we're busy. This is Sarah. She's one of the lovely and talented bakers. You're a baker. You're a prep cook. You do all kinds of stuff, don't you? Yeah. She's very soft-spoken. You're gonna have to speak up. Okay. She's also you're a Twitch streamer. Is that what the kids call it?
Yeah.
You're on Twitch?
Yeah.
All right. I guess that's something where they play video games. We've had other Twitch streamers on the channel too, but nobody really cares. But this is Sarah, and she actually has some subscribers on her Twitch, so we're going to put a link in the description, and you can check out her videos and stuff. You have videos, right? And stuff like that?
No videos yet. Mostly just I go live when I go live, and that's when the videos are up. I don't have a lot of clips or anything just yet.
I guess I lied to you. But what we're going to do today is, first of all, you got to remember there's a long line of alcoholics in my family. That's important to know in a minute. And we're always hungry. So what I've decided to do is make beer bread. And it's a family, because there's so many alcoholics in my family, it's a long lost family recipe that we're going to use today. I actually got the recipe off the internet. That whole thing's, that's all. There are a lot of alcoholics in my family, though. So.
It can become a long-lost family recipe eventually, though.
Well, it could. Who knows? This could be the start of something really weird, but tasty. So we're going to start out with the ingredients, and we're going to go next door. This is the nice part about being here, is next door there is a grocery store. So
very convenient. Yeah,
and Sarah and I, we're going to just walk over there, and we're going to pick up all the ingredients, and I'll let you know what those are. And at the when I get this video all together, you can look in the description. I'll actually have a list of the ingredients, so that'll help you out too. So we're going to go do that right now, and we'll be back here in the kitchen, and we're going to make some beer bread.
Beer bread.
Yeah. All right, we're at Parody Shop and Save, which is the grocery store next door, and I'm going to be the cameraman, and she's going to be the talent. Right now, we're just going to wander around the store because we don't know where any of this crap is. What's the first thing we're looking for? We need like flour
and baking soda or baking powder.
So there must be a section for baking.
Yeah, I think it's over here. I feel like it's down.
Okay. We could ask this handsome young man here. Hey, where's the baking section to buy flour and crap like that?
Be down there, all on your left-hand side.
All right, you're on a video now for YouTube.
Yay! I do love your channel.
Oh, you do? Hey, there's the guy. There's the one guy that subscribed. I love that.
I was actually looking at your woodworking stuff, and I used to do a little bit of woodworking.
Well, we should do a video together sometime. You can come over to the shed anytime. I used to make speakers, so that's cool. Awesome.
You too.
Well, that's pretty good, right?
Yeah.
The one guy that watches my channel. That's awesome.
The one guy you go to ask if happens to watch your channel.
All right. Okay, so we got pretty much everything we need, right? Now, we don't need yeast because there's enough yeast in the beer.
Do you want to go the self-rising flour route, or do you want to go the flour and baking powder route?
You're the expert. What do you suggest?
Well, if you're only using this for the recipe, self-rising flour might be easier, but if you're using it for other things, you might want to go the
No, we're just using it for this. I'll probably just throw this shit out.
Probably the self-rising flour.
Or I'll give it to you. You can have it afterwards. I'll pay you in ingredients. And stickers. She got some stickers today, too.
Yeah, so we need the flour and baking powder then, I suppose.
Okay.
Just because you can do a lot more with that than the self-rising flour.
And we need sugar, too, to activate the yeast that's already in the beer.
Yeah.
Okay, so you just grab what you need.
We only need like a little thing. So it says we only need 3 cups. Yeah, there should be. Yeah, there should be 3 cups in there.
And we have a sifter next door.
Yes, we do.
Okay, good. It's important to sift the flour. I've read that on every recipe I've found for this. Yes. It is very important to sift the flour. If not, then you'll get a really dense bread and it won't taste very good. And we're going to need to get some butter too.
Yes. Baking powder.
Baking powder. Well, there's the yeast and baking powder.
Coconut flour, interesting.
Sarah gets sidetracked sometimes.
Sarah's very easily distracted.
Sarah, look, squirrel.
He said you'd be nice.
That is me being nice. I don't know. Oh, it's got to be right over here.
Baking powder. You'll need it.
Oh, just a cute little fella there. That's,
Salt. Nothing here?
how much salt do we need?
A teaspoon. Probably
We have salt over there, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, so flour.
Just as long as my boss
butter,
isn't watching, we're going to
sugar,
steal some salt.
Can of beer. You probably know where that
We
would
get.
be.
I know exactly where it is, but we're going into a bar, so we'll get a bottle of beer.
Okay, we'll buy a bottle of beer from the bar fair.
Yeah, we'll buy it. That's it.
Or the ones you were hiding, are they still hidden?
That's a whole different story. We're not getting into that.
All right.
Yes, I did hide some beer once or twice. Not while I was working, though. Okay, we need butter. Now, I always wondered about this. Maybe you can tell me. Is there a big difference between salted and unsalted butter?
Yes.
Okay.
Preferably always use unsalted if you can,
Okay.
especially for baking.
All right, we're back here at the restaurant, and we just realized that we didn't preheat the oven. I did clean it yesterday, so hopefully it'll be nice and clean. All right, so she's preheating. We have our ingredients, and now I'm going to go out and make sure nobody's watching. Okay, there's one of the owners over there, so we don't want him to see us. So we're going to sneak over here. No, we don't want that. We don't want that fancy stuff. Oh, look at that. The king of beers. It's going to be the king of beer bread, too. All right, I'm going to stick that in my coat pocket. Nothing to see here. All right. Now we'll put this over here with our ingredients, and we're going to wait for the oven to warm up. And there it is right there. Beautiful. And then we're going to get started. Okay. Now, Sarah's getting all prepared here for everything that she needs. There's our little tiny sifter. Again, it is very important to sift the flour. It's got to be light as it possibly can. If not, your bread will be dense and just yucky. So.
Yeah. We don't want dense and yucky bread.
No.
Lumpy bread.
No lumpy, yucky, densey bread. We want beer. Sarah's drinking again.
I don't drink beer.
I've had a beer or two in my life.
Only one or two.
A couple, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, we've already stolen a beer. We've stolen some sugar and some salt, right? Did you get the salt too? She's got the kosher salt right there. Is it important to use kosher salt, or is that just what we have?
This is what we have.
Okay. Our bread can be kosher. It can't be kosher. It's got beer in it. Right? I don't know.
Kosher is just bigger, so it's easier to like spread it around.
Okay. Like the salt you get on pretzels?
Kinda, yeah.
Okay.
But not as big. It's in between.
We should get started now. All right, Sarah. I'm going to be the play-by-play guy here, and she's going to start with the flour. And we have a tiny little sifter. It matches Sarah's tiny little hat that she has. Oh, look at her using the knife to... Oh. You've done this before.
Once or twice. I need a smaller rose. This is not big enough to fit in the bag.
She's so picky. Now, when Sarah first started here, she was a server. And we needed people in maintenance, and we needed people in the kitchen, and she wasn't getting enough hours as a server, and she said, well, I'll go into maintenance. And we made her think that that's where she was going, but we found out that she actually went to culinary school and was on a competitive baking team or dessert team, whatever the hell it was.
Competitive cooking team.
And we just we talked about, my boss and I talked about it, and she said, let's try her in the kitchen. And you were quite surprised, because you thought you were going in the dish pit to wash dishes, didn't you?
Yeah.
Well, we quickly found out that Sarah belongs in the kitchen. She's very talented. And you get a lot more hours now.
Oh, yeah. I went from 19 to 38.
Yes. And you can make money as a server, but this is constant money. So you know what you're going to make at the end of the week. And that's kind of nice.
Yeah. Just there's some days where serving is more money, but at the same time, it's slow season.
Yep.
We're making a little bit of a mess, but that's okay because we can clean it.
Oh, I know a guy that can clean that. If he's not drunk. And he's not going to be just with that one beer.
It gets baked off. The alcohol content is gone.
I know. I know. That's the only thing I don't like.
It's 3 cups.
And Steve, the owner, saw me steal the beer, and he said that I didn't have to pay for it. But we're going to pay for it because that's the kind of people we are. All right. Is there any trick to sifting? You just pull that little trigger, right? That's it?
Unless you have a different thing, then you shake it. But for that, you pull the thingy.
No, you're just trying to confuse me. It's pretty easy to do.
Yeah, that's okay though.
Now, have you ever had or made beer bread before?
No.
Had you ever heard of it?
Yes.
See, I've heard of it many, many years ago, 30 years ago at least, and I've always wanted to try it. And this is just the perfect opportunity.
I've had beer battered onion rings.
Yeah, I've had beer battered fish, beer battered whatever, but this is different. We're putting the beer directly into the product, so into what we're making.
Start dry ingredients together.
Oh, so that's how you mix everything up too.
Kind of.
Well, that's smart. I've never done. I've sifted before, but then I added the stuff afterwards. This makes more sense.
Yeah.
Well, look at you being all clever and stuff. Is it the tiny hat that gives you the brain power to do this?
Yes. In the kitchen, I don't have my tiny hat. I have a large hat. So
Yeah, she does. Normally, you have a large hat on.
well, when I was a server, I had the tiny hat on.
And Sarah, on her Twitch channel or whatever you call it, I don't know. She actually has a logo that's a llama bear.
Yes.
Yeah.
Llama panda hybrid creature.
And it's very cute. And now that I do the coffee mug, she's actually commissioned me to make 2 of these mugs. And I'll show those. Well, I can show them. I have pictures of them. I will show them on the video. And I have a feeling we're going to make more. Because how many? You got like 5 different colors.
I have a blue, I have a purple, an orange, a pink, and the multicolor. I think that's it.
So I've done the blue and the multicolored one for you. So yeah, you still got a few more to do.
Yeah, because people seem to like the orange one.
It's a really cool logo. It really is. Do you want to give a shout out to the person who designed it?
My friend Milky Fairy.
Milky Fairy?
Yes.
That's not her real name, is it?
No.
Okay.
I don't know what her real name is.
Okay.
But her Twitch and her social medias is Milky Fairy.
Well, it's really cool. She did a nice job.
This is taking a while.
Yeah, that's how's that working for you?
It's working out the arm muscles.
Well, one of the bad things about my memory today is I forgot to bring my tripod, so this video is going to be a little shaky. But that's okay. What the hell? I'm a little shaky anyway. So you're still mixing up the flour and the other dry ingredients, correct?
Yep.
All right. Wow, that is taking a while. Do people just usually say screw it and just dump it in?
Usually sifters are quicker than this.
Oh. We have a slow sifter? I'm going to go tell the boss, listen, mister, we have a slow sifter.
We also do it usually about a cup at a time, but I'm impatient, so I was like, just throw it all in.
Would putting it in a cup at a time actually make it faster?
I don't know.
It looks like it's snowing. Now what we have planned today is after we make this, we're going to try it and see how it tastes. And if it comes out well, we have trivia night tonight. It's old guy trivia here at the restaurant, and I'm the host. So I'm going to actually ask Sarah to come out of the kitchen tonight when she's working and give samples away and see what people think of it. And hopefully it'll make them want to watch this video. I thought it was a kind of a clever marketing thing, and it gets Sarah out of the kitchen for a few minutes, so that's not so bad.
We don't want Nick to get too upset that I'm gone.
No, the other cook that's working tonight is Nick. Originally Nick was going to do this with me, but I'm glad we have Sarah here. Nick is also a great cook, but
Nick's commentary would have been great for this.
I don't think I could use most of Nick's commentary.
Okay, fair. But it'd be hilarious for bloopers.
It would be hilarious, but I also would get demonetized really quickly. Nobody's going to demonetize this video over your tiny hat, but they would demonetize it because of Nick's comments. We'll just say.
It's fair.
He does come up with some really nice, funny comments.
I can't deny that. I can't.
He's, yeah. I'll have Nick on here again because Nick actually came over to my palatial estate and we had steaks, and he cooked the steaks on the grill, and it was the most perfect cooked steak I'd ever had. So we will get him on the videos, on the channel rather, one of these days.
Sometimes before his shift, he'll come in like an hour early with a steak, and he'll make himself a steak.
Yeah, he's real good at it.
Because he does it a lot.
How we doing on there?
We're struggling, but we're making our way through.
Holy crap. Sure you don't want to just dump it in? It's mostly sift.
You want lumpy, dense bread?
Well, I'm kind of lumpy and dense, so it would match. I'll just call it old guy bread.
Well, that would be fair. It's got beer in it.
So do I. Are we going to add a little bourbon to this too?
There's probably a bourbon bread. If
Oh.
you look hard enough, you probably
Ooh.
find one.
Okay, maybe we should scrap this and go with the Johnny Walker.
There we go. I don't know what that did, but that did something.
You unclumped it. Every once in a while you need a good unclumping. I don't know what that means. Looks like a snowstorm in your bowl.
Yeah. We need to melt this butter.
You need a saucepan for that?
Or we can do it in the microwave, whichever you want to do.
Oh, I don't care. You're making this stuff. I'm just holding the damn camera. What's the quickest and best way?
Probably microwave.
Okay. So Sarah has a co-worker here that they've decided that they only have one brain cell between them, and they trade off. So apparently you don't have the brain cell today, or do you have the brain cell?
I might have broke it.
You broke the brain cell?
Yeah.
Well, that's not
We just
good.
don't tell Lauren.
All right, we're going to microwave this up, and we'll be back.
You need to put it in for a little bit more just to melt the last little bits. But
Okay, I thought we were ready, but we're not. Sarah's so slow with the broken brain cell. I'm just teasing.
we're working on what we got.
You're doing fine. It's just beer bread. But who knows, if people like it, maybe we could have another appetizer for the restaurant. That would be kind of cool. You've seen beer before, though, right?
Yeah, it says a 12-ounce can. I'm trying to see how many ounces are in this.
12 ounces.
This is a 12-ounce bottle?
Yes.
Oh. That makes it easier.
Oh, trust me, if it was any more than that, I know what we do with the excess.
We're today. We have melted.
Yay! Now, you don't have to use Budweiser beer. You can use any damn beer you want.
I don't like beer, so I just.
No, I know.
Your judgment.
Yeah. Well, you know,
Dry
Budweiser's
ingredients
readily
and
available.
beer.
Okay, you need. Would you like me to open that up? Or oh, look at that. You've done that before. You're lying about drinking beer.
Jones Soda comes in glass bottles. Okay.
Sure.
It
Okay.
does.
Well, I'm sure it does.
Or it
I love the smell of beer in the morning.
finally stated this. You don't want to shock the dry ingredients.
You don't want to what?
You don't want to shock your dry ingredients. You gotta incorporate it in steam.
Okay. That would be terrible to shock your dry ingredients.
Yeah.
How we doing on time? Oh, we got like 10 minutes left. And I want to thank the owners of Mad Cat and Company, Kat and Steve, for letting us do this. We're both working today, so they said it was okay if Sarah came in an hour early and I punched out, and we could do this. So thanks to them.
So did we agree on mixing in the butter?
Yes. There's two different ways you can do this. Well, actually, I guess three. You can put the butter right into the mixture, makes a softer bread, or you can just put it on the top, makes a crispier bread. Or what Sarah decided to do, or what she suggested to do, is put half of the butter in the batter and put half of the butter on top of the bread, on top of the loaf. So we got the half a batter butter, or half a butter batter. I don't know if that's any better.
We're about to find out.
Okay. You're kind of scary like that. Sarah is very serious about her baking. Oh, that's not. I don't know where the other one is then.
We'll go with this one then.
Okay. Well, considering it's the only one we got, I think that's our choice.
Doesn't say anything about spraying the pan with going to anything.
Yes, I would. Damn. Used it all. What Sarah was referring to earlier was on New Year's Eve, I went out, and I don't often go out, but when I do and I drink a little bit, first of all, I don't drive. I got somebody else to give me a ride home, but I have a tendency to buy beer and hide them. So when I need a beer, I can just go and grab one, and apparently the next day, the other maintenance person who was working found several of them.
I think you found at least 4.
That
And they
doesn't
were all
surprise-
full ones. We were disappointed.
You see, now that's odd. I don't know how that happened. I really don't know how that happened. Because the last time I did it, I've only done it twice. The last time I did it, there was no leftovers.
I mean, you did buy a lot of beer. Your tab was kind of high.
Yeah, we don't need to discuss that, but yeah, it was stupidly high. Not the highest I've ever had, and I'll tell you that off camera. But, you know, every once in a while, you just have to enjoy life.
Feels like a lot of butter. That. Imagine if we put the whole entire of it on the top.
Ooh, that looks good. That looks really good. Now, so you said before, we don't have to wait for this to rise.
We shouldn't have to. I don't think it doesn't say on here.
Okay.
Preheat oven, mix dry ingredients, pour into grease loaf pan, pour butter over it, bake for 1 hour, remove from the pan, cool for at least 15 minutes.
Well, it will rise a little bit in the oven anyway.
Yes, it's got the baking powder in it. It's got the sugar.
And it's got yeast in the beer, and the yeast is activated by the sugar that we put in. Or that you put in. I haven't done anything but hold the damn camera. I wish I had brought my tripod. It would have made life easier. So our oven should be all preheated. And is there any advantage to putting it on the top shelf, bottom shelf, or?
I like putting it on the top shelf because sometimes at the bottom, because that's where the heat source is, you can burn the bottom.
Oh, okay. All I got to do is clean this stuff up and wait for our bread to be done. So we'll come back. Okay, what we're doing now is Sarah realized that she never included the sugar. And if you don't include the sugar, that means it can't mix with the yeast that's in the beer, and it would be awful. So it was only in the oven for just a few seconds. So she's going to remix this and add the sugar this time. All right, normally, like I said before, we would just not show you all this. But, you know, if we were working right now and this was part of our job, we wouldn't tell anybody.
It's okay. When I was on a competitive cooking team during the States, I was on dessert. We had to make a sea salted caramel cake with a white chocolate Bavarian, a honey tweal, and a bunch of other stuff. I dropped a cake on the floor during States.
Oh, God.
We had just enough batter to make a whole new cake, and we ended up still winning States that day.
Oh, nice.
But my team was super mad at me.
Yeah, I can imagine.
But one of the judges came right up to me and he goes, you know, I really appreciate that you dropped that cake on the floor. It shows that you can bounce back when you make a mistake.
Yeah, see.
And I was like, yep, that's what I did.
See,
it was completely intentional.
What's that old saying when they say it's not how you fall, it's how you get back up?
Yeah.
I tried that once at a police stop. It didn't work. We're going to try this again. And you did add more butter to the top as well, right?
Yeah.
So we've actually got more butter in here than we had planned on. But that's okay. It's going to be a buttery bread.
Buttery slate bread.
Now, if by some reason, of course Sarah had to bring this up, that she actually did put the sugar in before, and now we have twice as much sugar, so we'll call it sweet beer bread. Okay, we missed the ding of the timer because we were talking, but Sarah's all ready to take out the bread. Go ahead, Sarah, take out the bread. Actually, I'm holding up Sarah from her regular job because she needs to reset the oven at a different temperature. Oh, man. That rose a lot more than I thought it was going to. Ooh. Wish we had smell-o-vision because this really smells good. What do you think, Sarah? You're the expert. Well, how's it look?
It looks good. I was worried about the extra butter, but I think it did it good.
I think it did really well. It looks nice. So we're going to let it cool down just a little bit, and then we're going to put it on a plate or something, or put it on a cutting board or something, and she's going to try to cut it. The time has come, Sarah.
It's the moment of truth.
Yes, I have faith in you. She's slicing the bread. Ooh, the texture looks good.
Look at that.
All right.
How many pieces we cut in 3?
Well, we can just, yeah, go ahead. You actually got that straight, too.
Wow.
You did better than you thought. Wow, that's a thin piece. I'm not criticizing your cutting skills or lack of.
Just consistency.
All right, you get to try the first piece.
I do.
You made it.
Alright. About to try it.
Good.
Smells like beer.
Does it?
Kind of, yeah.
Okay. How does it taste?
It doesn't taste like beer.
It doesn't?
No. It's pretty good.
Is it sweet?
It tastes mostly like butter.
Is it sweet? Good, we didn't put too much sugar in it then.
It's like, tastes like a butter bread.
A butter bread. Okay, I'm going to try my little piece here. That is actually pretty damn good. Yeah, we're going to serve that tonight. We're going to do samples of that tonight. Awesome. Sarah, thank you so much. Did you have fun doing this?
It was fun.
Yeah, we're going to do this again, right? because we're going to try to take that recipe and turn it into breadsticks, which would be pretty awesome.
Yeah.
All right, thanks a lot, Sarah.
Yeah.
I'm going to head on back to the trailer hood, and I'll meet everybody over there. Bye, Sarah.
Well, there you go. This video was a lot longer than I thought it was going to be, but she had a lot of interesting things to say, and she's very funny. And I love cooking with Sarah in the kitchen. She's just a really nice person, and she's a hell of a cook. She really is. So we made the beer bread. We're planning on doing breadsticks, but after I turned off the camera, she had other ideas that we could do with the bread, like turn it into pizza dough. I have my own pizza at the restaurant. It's called Old Guy Pizza. So she thought, hey, how about Old Guy Beer Bread Pizza? And then I thought, how about it's a buttery bread? Why don't we, maybe we could add something to it, and we could use it for strawberry shortcake. And she thought that was a great idea. Since then, we've come up with a bunch of different ideas. So I wouldn't be a bit surprised if we're going to do another video like this. Maybe, and this is just me thinking, we could do an appetizer, an entree, and a dessert, and we could do the whole thing right there at the restaurant. That would be kind of cool. I hope you enjoyed this video. See, you can make bread out of beer. I'm never gonna go hungry because I don't always have bread here, but I always got beer. That's it for the Old Guy Network for this week. I hope you come back and join me here in the trailer hood again. For the Old Guy Network, I am the Old Guy. I'm the OG, and I'm out.